to sole legal with my client. Mr. Van Zant simply hasn't complied with the court's previous orders. The children don't have an appropriate place to live, let alone stay when they're at the dad's house. They don't have bedrooms, they don't have clothing, they don't have personal hygiene items. He's living either in a camper at his friend's house or in the friend's house. Also, child support had been suspended because Mr. Van Zant said he was applying for disability. We've received no information about that, but as I indicated in the motion, Mr. Van Zant has the ability to walk from Marshall to Battle Creek, which calls into question his ability, whether or not he's actually disabled.
2021-2205 DM Brenda Van Zant versus Lance Van Zant. Today is Monday, April 15th, 2024 at 9:12 a.m.
Court will note the appearance of Ms. McNiff on behalf of plaintiff. This matter is before the court on the plaintiff's motion to modify custody, parenting time, and support. Ms. McNiff.
Your Honor, I know the court's busy today. We're asking to modify the sole legal to modify legal custody to sole legal with my client. Mr. Van Zant simply hasn't complied with the court's previous orders. The children don't have an appropriate place to live, let alone stay when they're at the dad's house. They don't have bedrooms, they don't have clothing, they don't have personal hygiene items. He's living either in a camper at his friend's house or in the friend's house. Also, child support had been suspended because Mr. Van Zant said he was applying for disability. We've received no information about that, but as I indicated in the motion, Mr. Van Zant has the ability to walk from Marshall to Battle Creek, which calls into question his ability, whether or not he's actually disabled. So we're asking the court to unsuspend child support and also to allow me to calculate child support based on 0 overnights, because the children have had maybe 1 overnight with dad in the camper when the weather was appropriate. We would also ask that dad be required to arrange any parenting time with mom and not go through the minor children.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Van Zant, what's your response?
Yes, there's a few of those I would like to address. Yeah, I don't have the clothing and stuff, but the hygiene products are there. I have walked to her house a couple times, but not without consequence. My ankles bleed every time I do it, and I'm down for days afterwards, but I will do it to spend time with my kids when I'm able to. My disability hearing is still in process. I'm waiting for the paperwork for my video hearing for it. That paperwork was sent in. I'm waiting to hear back. I got your information or your letter for medical affidavit, which I got to my doctor. I'm just waiting to get it back either today or tomorrow. Let's see what else. And the mailing address that they put on there is wrong because my address has been changed from her house for a couple years now, since I lived on 15 Mile Road. What else is on here that I would like to address? But yes, basically they are right though, because I am unable to work at the moment, but I have walked to their house a couple different times throughout the year to actually be able to see my kids, because she won't bring them over to me when she's able to. Other than that, I guess that's about right, I think.
Okay. Well, the court does find in reviewing the pleadings that there has been threshold of proper cause or change in circumstances pursuant to Varka versus Grassmeyer for a hearing in this matter. The court will refer the matter to the referee for a hearing on the petition. The court will, in the interim, because we're not going to wait indefinitely for a determination on your disability, we can always go back and modify support if it turns out I'm going to vacate the suspension of child support at this time, effective today's date. I'll ask Mr. Van Zant, you can notify Ms. McNiff after this hearing, call her office and give her your new address so that she makes sure that all the pleadings go to your correct address.
She has my correct address because their letter was mailed to where I'm staying.
Well, you were just stating they didn't have your address. So
I was meaning on the paperwork. I was meaning on the paperwork. It says I've been using her address as a mailing address, and my address has been changed before this hearing, way before.
Well, that's not unusual. People move and the address on the pleadings is different, but she apparently sent it to the correct address. So that will be the order, Ms. McNiff. We can refer the matter to the referee in this particular matter, so that we'll take care of that.
Thank you, Judge. Do I need to do an order about, just,
Yeah, you'll
vacating
need to,
suspension?
you'll need to do an order about vacating the suspension.
I will. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Free to go. Have a good day.
You too. Chris, here, you're just gonna pop me back into